to say I'm addicted to mac and cheese, but because it sounds so weird, but like my body won't let me eat anything else.
What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to Grim. Yes, I somehow got sick again, so my voice is trash this video. Let's get past it, alright? Anyways, today we're reacting to a documentary that Vice made about this guy that has pretty much only eaten macaroni and cheese for the entirety of his life. Seriously, for decades, that's all he's eaten, so make sure you keep watching to hear just how insane this dude's eating habits are. I know I get tired of that after like 2 days, bruh. Anyways, let's just meet this dude, shall we?
Like walking into here, there's nothing in here that's like, oh yeah, I might want to try that. I've tried celery. I threw that shit up instantly.
Wow, like 20 seconds in and this dude's already extremely relatable. That's exactly how I sound when I walk into the vegetable area of my grocery store. Now my eating habits aren't nearly as strange as his, but still I feel like if he's gonna break out for mac and cheese, I don't think a piece of broccoli is gonna be the most appetizing transition food for this guy. That's all I'm gonna say. Let's try and give him some Cheetos or something, you know, work his way up to the broccoli.
I didn't choose to be like this. I'm actually like serious, like this is a problem.
So yeah, according to this guy, he's got this thing in his brain that restricts him from eating anything but mac and cheese. I'm just imagining him like trying to lift a bite of spaghetti into his mouth, you know, probably amazing food, and he's just like sweating, slowly bringing it to his face. I don't know, I feel really bad for the guy, so I'm not like making fun of him, but that image is just really funny to me. There's got to be something psychologically going on here though, because it's really not normal to cling to food like that. I swear Rhett and Link did an episode on people like this in a really old episode of GMM, and it sounded like the people affected by this type of fixation have like a really insanely hard time breaking it. Like all the other foods just feel like poison to them in their own heads at least, and I know that I would just go insane if I suffered from that, so I do feel bad for this dude.
This is my go-to pan, and I don't really like to deviate. There's another pan that my grandma sometimes uses, but like if a different pan gets used, like I can tell.
Dang, this guy does not play around. He's got his flavor on such lockdown in his head that he can legit tell when someone prepared it in the wrong pan. First of all, that's pretty impressive, and second of all, that kind of seems like it could almost be OCD related. I know personally I have weird things with food, like as a kid, or even now, I could taste if something was put in a Ziploc bag. Like my mom would think I'm lying, but I swear I can. So she had to buy another version of cling wrap or plastic wrap because the Ziploc flavor would ruin my sandwiches, and I would just complain because I was such a little baby. So maybe that's a normal thing to have food quirks like that, or I'm just a weirdo and so is this guy. I mean, if that's the case, oh well, I figured as much.
It's a backwater for sure. Everyone was kind of the same, and if you were any different than the norm, it was super weird.
He makes this sound so dark and bleak where he lives, like this mac and cheese addiction was something that really hindered him growing up. See, where I grew up, if you were different, you were an outsider. There weren't many mac and cheese eaters out here, so it was really difficult in school, getting bullied every day. People would call me Cheese Boy and bring Velveeta packets to school and throw them at me.
I'm not a heathen, so I don't eat with this like wooden spoon. I eat with some silverware. I'll just take a seat at my desk, and normally I'll just watch some YouTube while I eat.
Okay, bro, take the high road all you want in that wooden spoon, but you're still taking the whole pot with you to your room and eating out of that. So I don't quite buy this whole holier thou attitude that you have on this. You're eating mac and cheese for Pete's sake, man. There's no way you can be classy eating mac and cheese, all right? Side note, this dude's a gamer. His setup looks clean, bro. Like, he's got the blue snowball and RGB keyboard and everything. We really are the same person.
Most of my diet, like 9 times out of 10 in a given night, is gonna be Velveeta shells. I'll eat deluxe 4 cheese and normal craft, Annie's, and Bob Evans. Bob Evans is pretty good.
Ah, silly me. You know, I was thinking the other 1 out of 10 meals was gonna be something normal, but nope, he just goes on to list the other brands of mac and cheese that he will still eat. But I mean, anything that's not a plain pasta noodle with fake cheese sauce all over it is not gonna be eaten by this guy anytime soon, all right? I'll tell you that much. This man is sticking to his guns when it comes to this pasta.
But it's definitely a problem. I'm sick of it, but in the same way, like, I don't want anything else, you know?
Wow, that actually is a powerful feeling, bro. Like, I totally get where this dude is coming from. I'm kind of the same way with how I live my life. Like, I mean, I'm just playing video games and watching YouTube and not really doing much. Like, I get so sick of that, but also don't have the motivation or want to actually make a change, so I keep doing it day in and day out. You know, maybe this video is a metaphor. This man is me and the mac and cheese is my life. And I need to try something new out, or else I'm gonna be living a mac and cheese life for the rest of my life, and I don't want that. Okay, sorry, we're getting too deep here. Back into this video. I'm getting existential again, guys, sorry.
As soon as it enters my mouth, it's just like a sensory overload of all the things This is the texture, this is the consistency, this is how it feels in your mouth.
Okay, wow, I already felt bad for this dude, but hearing him talk about what it's actually like to try other foods from his perspective really shows you how troubling this is to live with. Like, dang, dude, just the way he describes that just feels terrifying. Like, his brain gets just overloaded with new information, and all these alarms just start going off in his brain, like, red alert, this is not mac and cheese, you are not eating mac and cheese, you need to spit this out, it is not okay to eat this. And in reality, he's just trying to, like, munch on an apple or something. Oh, that's wild, bro.
I've never bought anything other than mac and cheese for myself whenever I go shopping. This is all that I'll eat of Velveeta. Like, I don't like any of these other things. Velveeta's always just been the most consistent. It always tastes pretty much exactly the same.
See, me and this dude are polar opposites when it comes to this. I'm such a weirdo with food. Like, I really enjoy varying flavors, and I think I'd go crazy eating the same thing every night. In fact, I know I would, because like 2 years ago, I tried to lie to myself and tell myself that I could realistically have the same gross meal replacement powder drink for breakfast and lunch every day, and a month in, I lost it and almost had a nervous breakdown, thinking that I was like not having enough nutrients and about to die. Meanwhile, this dude wants not only the same exact meal every single night, but he also wants the exact same brand and preparation style and pan every single time. Maybe that consistency helps him, you know, be comfortable or something, I don't know, but I just know that this would drive me wild.
Anything that adds to mac and cheese, like, it's mac and cheese, not mac and cheese and white bean. Like,
this dude is getting all high and mighty again about his Velveeta shells. But dude, you're dissing these other probably way more flavorful options that you refuse to try for some reason, saying that they're not mac and cheese, but neither is your Velveeta shells, my dude. I hate to break it to you. If we're being literal here, mac and cheese should have tubular macaroni noodles, hence the name. Not to pull rank on you, bud, but I'm clearly more overweight than you, so I think I have authority over this issue, alright? Anyways, carry on.
vegetables I know that I need to eat. Do you just eat an eggplant, like just take a bite out of it, or like what do you use an eggplant for?
Everyone knows eggplants are only around so that we can have a suggestive emoji, bruh. Alright, I don't think anyone is out here actually buying them and cooking with them. Jokes aside, even filming this is probably hard for him right now. Like, he's got this camera crew following him around the store, and a producer behind them trying to coax him into talking about and thinking about eating these other foods that potentially make him sick. Like, he's a real trooper for this one. I do hope he ends up trying some new food on this video, but I mean, I doubt he's gonna be up for that.
I was laying in bed, and I was just scrolling through YouTube. There's like 7 people who eat only one thing or something like that. It was by Good Mythical Morning.
Okay, yo, I swear to you guys, I did not watch ahead. I did not plan that. But was I not just talking about this exact video earlier in the same video? I mean, me and this guy are the exact same people, I think, dude. Like, he's just another alternative reality version of myself that only eats mac and cheese and is white. We got the same PC setups, and he watches the same YouTube videos that I do. But anyways, he goes on to say that it's an actual disorder that people have that is anxiety-based and basically makes people fixate on certain foods that comfort them, and it makes it almost impossible to enjoy any other types of food. And needless to say, this guy's condition is pretty bad. I mean, he can't even ingest other foods if he wanted. Apparently, when he brings it up to his mouth, it just doesn't open, or if it does, he can chew, but he cannot swallow. He'll just gag and possibly throw it up. Hey, you guys made it pretty far into this video, so real quick, I'm gonna ask you to drop a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell in the next 5 seconds. And if you can do all of that quick enough, you will win a lifetime supply of mac and cheese. Now you can copy this dude's exact diet. Not sure why you'd want to, but I mean, you gotta eat all of this mac and cheese somehow, so good luck. Anyways, on with the rest of the video.
I exercise 4 times a week, really heavily at the gym. I got up to like a really unhealthy weight because I stopped going to boxing.
Wow, this dude even boxes in his free time and apparently trains really hard 4 times out of the week. And I mean, the sad part is, even if he really tried and wanted to, until he gets over this mental block of the mac and cheese, he's never going to be able to perform as well as he wants to or get insane results. Look, I don't care how hard you train, you cannot counteract the diet of eating 3 full boxes of Velveeta shells mac and cheese every single day. That's really just not feasible, dude. Like, you're going to end up having a heart attack, having to go way too hard before you're able to counteract all of that. So it's pretty clear at this point that this disorder is something that is really crippling this guy. Like, I've been cracking jokes because that's what this channel is, but I sincerely feel extremely bad for this man. Like, he's probably trying his best, but once you go into this delusion of only being able to eat macaroni and cheese, and you've been feeding into that same delusion for the past 17 years, it's gonna take you some serious and very long, intense therapy to get into a normal eating habit. To be honest, after seeing this, he is so far gone, I don't even know if he will ever have a, somewhat normal eating habit. But I mean, it would be nice if he could find at least a handful of different meals that he can find to eat without gagging or throwing it up, so that his diet at least has a bit more variety. So in the end, Vice actually hooks him up with a therapist that he has a full session with. It's kind of boring though, and they just talk about his like mental health and everything. So if you want to watch the full episode, you can find it. But anyways, it sounds like he's going to go back to her and try to work this out. She let him kind of visualize why he does this, and he has a better understanding of it now. I really do have very high hopes for this guy, but I'm guessing guessing this is gonna be a difficult journey for him. Even if it does sound very silly and small for the rest of us, for him, this is the entire world. Like, he's consumed by the mac and cheese at this point, dude. He's gotta get out of that before it's too late. Anyways, guys, let me know what you thought of this dude down in the comments below. I really don't think he's faking it just for the video, and I honestly do think this is probably very difficult to live with. But anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one, and until then, peace out.